right, back yet again. I can't go play. Let me get the microphone here. We're back live, people.
Hey, sweet. Well, we're back on another pursuit out here. This is going to be one of those ones where it is just hot out here in Los Angeles.
What's up, people?
It is creating a lot of agitation. So,
I am back.
what are we chasing this van for?
All right,
you know,
so
this is a tough one.
a white Dodge Charger. I went and played tennis for an hour and a half, and there was another chase, so gonna watch it right now. Thanks for joining us. We have a white, another chase, different one from before.
It's not the right van. The PD helicopter is above it right now. They are actually calling it up. What's up?
So yeah, this was the chase from before, I believe, that had a accident on the freeway and put a officer into the rail. Supposedly a carjacking. We're going to find out here shortly. White Dodge Charger. I don't know the area, but we got Stu in the air above.
This is what's been going on. So there's that vehicle once again. Sorry. What? I do copy the booth.
Spoilers. Ranger, you're going to have to start banning people if they drop spoilers in the chat.
I am.
Any spoiler, good or bad, will be banned instantly.
I never hear the talent. I'm just letting you guys know. All right, fine. Copy all?
Stop asking that fucking question and read the screen.
Stand by.
Another chase, yeah.
Well, we have another pursuit going on.
All right, here we go. Stu, we'll get info from Stu.
You can see it happening right there. It is a white van, and this is wanted for. Excuse me. It was wanted for car.
Okay, now we've got
but then they're not so sure if it's
where are we? Laurel Canyon. This is the chase from before. Yeah, this is the chase. Laurel Canyon Boulevard. Made the officers crash on the freeway.
Ground units to get their ways back over here to where this is. Laurel Canyon and Paxton. You can see them making a hard turn right there. Once again, keeping a little bit better than the speeds on the roadway, but definitely breaking a lot of laws. Here we go.
This is not the same one as before that we streamed earlier. We have at least a 3-star chase here.
Well, that one's a tough one.
Picking up pretty high rates of speed here. Don't have the speedometer out, but we are kind of wrong side of the road in the median.
That went one way, this went another. And the LAPD airship stayed with this one. Got onto the freeway, but then kind of got off and made this big U-turn, and the ground units started following the wrong car. So now this
that one dude, 11 months and counting, appreciate you. I don't think Nodies went out to... Did Nodies go out on mobile for Twitch? It's within 4 hours of when the last chase was. Oh, hard intersection here. Okay. Lucky that was a green light. Might have even had a green arrow. I didn't see any cars coming. Okay, now we're live on Fox. They put it live on the TV. Whew.
And also this van seems to really enjoy going underneath the freeway and then not coming out.
Under the freeway could be Paul Walker Challenge territory.
Tight, getting squeezing through there. A lot of traffic. Looks like he wants to get back onto the freeway, and he's going to accomplish
San Fernando Road.
Now, LAPD, they're trying to get their ducks
yeah, only Twitter. I hate that about Twitch, man. They only let me push alerts once every 4 hours, and because I replayed the chase from before, I burned my 4-hour alert on that one. Little Downey. Someone called this Little Downey. 118 westbound.
And you can see those speeds now, almost 100 miles an hour. It's a Dodge Caravan.
No, Dodge Charger. Looks like a Caravan, but that's actually an XL version of a Dodge Charger. You should know this, Stu. 100 plus miles an hour here. 118 westbound. 118 westbound. That is fast rates of speed.
Okay. Copy all. I thought we had somebody in the studio down there that I was going to be talking with. Sorry about that, but you can see those speeds really moving along out here this afternoon. Again, what is the original want? We're saying we're going to just kind of go with right now a carjacking suspect.
Carjacking suspect. Carjacking suspect is the want for now.
His vehicle, but right now, very, very high speeds. A lot of the folks on the freeway this afternoon not really knowing about what's going on. Very, very high speeds. The helicopter, the LAPD helicopter, that's the one that's going to be...
Yeah, Stu's juiced for this one. We got a carjacking suspect that has ran police off the road several times here. 118 westbound.
In a tracking mode, just because of
Are we in the
fact
valley? Is that why the
and
chopper's
law
feed is
enforcement on
so...
the ground behind it. Now, California Highway Patrol, they are going to be notified of this. They might have a unit on the freeway over here.
See, it's so annoying. People have become so reliant on the Twitch notifications that nobody knows we're live right now with the chase. They don't know that it's every 4 hours on Twitch. I don't even have Ranger in here.
In this area, or try to get them in this area.
Annoying as hell. Only Twitter people are in here right now.
Lanes of traffic out here. That's also a very dangerous move. 100 miles an hour in a caravan. Well, we all know it. I know it's not putting anything down on that vehicle, but not known for its high performance tactics. That driver behind the wheel, also, I would venture to say, probably not a. And now we're in that carpool lane going about 100 and something miles an hour. Now this is the 118 freeway. Anybody that lives in the area.
Carpool. Eastbound? Eastbound.
Well, they're probably posted at 65, but if anybody's
Big
going
rates of speed.
65, this freeway always has this, a lot of high-speed traffic, but this afternoon, this caravan moving at 100 miles an hour plus.
York Bison,
And you can see it
shout out
right
to you,
there.
my friend. Good to see you
Passing all
again.
those
9-month
vehicles
streak.
like they're almost like they're standing
Has your passport
still.
arrived yet?
LAPD, they're the only ones behind it right now. And when I say behind it, I mean above and behind, because it's a helicopter. And they're the only ones there right now. Going to keep an ear on the scanner while I keep you guys updated on where this is going and how this is going. But I'd like to know if they're able to get California Highway Patrol behind it, and or possibly not.
I'm so sweaty too. This is fucking terrible. Dripping
Dripping
all over my floor.
At least got it out of the triple digits. That's a huge plus.
Tennis was good.
But apparently this vehicle's still moving along.
Woo!
And that is exactly
Hey,
what we're
just a little swerve there at 100 miles an hour. Just to touch the wheel at those speeds, and all it takes sometimes is a little whip, and the car rolls.
Pursuit we've been following this morning. So here we go. We're on the 118 freeway. This car driving.
So fucking annoying. I sit around all goddamn day waiting for chases. Go play tennis for an hour, and there's one right during it.
Very
God, does that piss me
careless,
off.
and, it's interesting because this is the same.
So do
car
choppy
that
feeds.
was
Fix your
involved
shit.
Earlier in a crash, right in Burbank, and this.
We're
is
still
now a
3 stars at the
stolen
moment, but
vehicle.
carjacking definitely definitely makes it a 4.
You know what, Roxy, if that's the information that our assignment desk is giving, all going to be starting to make sense, because LAPD very interested in this vehicle. They've been chasing it for quite some time apparently, and it's been eluding officers. But if this
Getting off the freeway here.
that crash from earlier on in the Burbank area involving LAPD officers, then that is for sure the reason why.
Maybe an interchange?
Suspect in custody. We're getting off the freeway here. You can see it right there. Reseda, this is always very busy. Not a good decision on that drive.
It's Reseda again. This is a chase from this morning. Back in Reseda.
But this is always a very busy intersection out here. It looks like we got lucky right now.
2 Stu Mundell chases in one day.
Much traffic, but again,
To how were we so
they're
lucky?
moving at 100 miles an hour plus, and in a bit of time.
We're just
Making his way
obeying
over
traffic
Reseda
laws, I
Boulevard,
guess.
Stopping there in traffic. That's the first time we've seen this vehicle actually stop. Now, it's been going under these overpasses on the freeway. That's kind of hiding just moments ago, but then we've seen
This
it
is
live.
NBC level
There's
camera
time to
quality
make
right
that
now,
same
Fox.
stop.
Come on.
A little hard on the wheel there as we're the Skyfox directly above it. Got a good look at that driver's hand on the wheel. Look at that on the.
Oh my God, look at these speeds.
Here. Hope everybody took their Dramamine at home, but that vehicle.
Nicely done, Stu. Going under the chopper there. Little 360 camera spin. Now we're behind it.
It's going to be more and more traffic, and if he keeps those high, I am very worried for the public safety, and of course that suspect as well. But right now, 80 miles an hour on Reseda Boulevard, that is unheard of.
This is the separate chase from the one I did earlier.
And making his way
Kinsey.
up to what looks like a red light and a hard right turn here.
Intersection. Red. All right.
Now, Roxy, just real quick.
Reseda Boulevard, right where we were right before.
This is where it all started. Was underneath the 118 freeway and Chatsworth. I know we're on the other end of the valley, but he's been going about 100 miles an hour. Makes me wonder why he wants to go back to Chatsworth.
Yeah, that is interesting. But, we always talk about it with these pursuits. These suspects end up going areas that they're familiar with, or maybe they have an invested interest in. So
Yeah,
the fact
Stu's
that
all
he
jacked
keeps
up on chases
circling
today.
back to this area in Chatsworth and the 118 there makes you wonder. So, Stu, following this,
No, it's just Fox's feeds being
closely,
choppy, but we'll
looks
deal with
like
it because it's Stu.
There's only one driver. That's at least what we think. vehicle,
Right.
one person inside of that car. We have no idea, if this person is armed, what they're capable of, what they have with them. But obviously, the demeanor of this individual is one that he's reckless and careless and doesn't seem to be all that concerned about endangering others. Almost like the mentality of nothing to lose, which can be a very dangerous place to be.
Definitely, and when you said it exactly correctly, embrazen. He was in pursuit, or apparently, if this is the vehicle, which I believe our assignment desk would get that information correct, if this is, he had lost an LAPD pursuit earlier on, maybe he thinks he can do it again. I know.
Why wouldn't he? He got away before.
Because this vehicle moving so quickly.
I haven't seen any red and blues yet.
But I know we are near the Northridge Mall, and I'm hoping that if the LAPD helicopter is picking that up as well, I'm just worried that this van is going to try to make his way over to that mall and then in that parking structure. We've seen that so often in the past, but right now, though, you can see him right there. Tampa going 60 miles an hour,
Jeez.
passing everybody in that center divider.
It's so fast on these side streets with all this traffic, doing 75, headed towards an intersection, wrong side of the road, red light. Oh, he just beat a car in there.
And this is the thing. It's like my blood runs
even-
cold every time that happens.
Is he
And
even being
there's
chased?
somebody that just doesn't know what's going on, and then don't mean that like, oh, I don't know what's going on. Who expects somebody to go through an intersection at almost 60 miles an hour when it is a solid red? More traffic, that means there is another red light coming up or coming up on Plummer there.
God, another red light coming here.
To the mall.
Another red light coming.
That one too, extreme. I wouldn't say skill at all, but it looks like paralleling the mall right here, keeping an eye on it. He's not slowing down, so I'm thinking we're just going to go right past it.
Yeah, there have been so many close calls just in the last.
Woo!
Oh my goodness.
Ah!
So many close calls, losing track of that. But yeah, most of the low.
Oh, so
unless they're
close.
listening to the radio, we have to assume that they don't know what's going on, and that's what makes it so dangerous because people are just follow, the rules. They're
Yeah.
driving the way they're supposed to, supposed to, going when they're supposed to go, and then you have pedestrians on top of that, maybe even bicyclists mixed into it. And if you don't,
That was
know
so
what's going
close.
on, you're not going to be paying attention.
Oh my God, I almost got T-boned at 80.
And this guy doesn't seem to care. And look at that, the speed is just
Back up to 90.
unbelievable.
Yeah, unbelievable, and he's getting that little bit of a bounce. We're on Nordhoff Way. There's a lot of S-turns out
The
here.
shocks on those Dodge Charger can't handle it at this speed.
Because of those S-turns that are coming up.
There's going to be some pretty typical like potholes and speed bumps and things like that. All right, we're slowing down. Gas station.
He stops. It looks like he stopped here.
What?
Maybe it's just
We're getting gas?
Get through, but definitely looks like he stopped there for.
We're just getting gas, okay.
Fox to keep moving, just
This is not the chase to be in tracking mode for.
Coming through the other side, going very, very slow. I hope this guy is not looking for another carjacking victim because remember, this is a.
He's a carjacker. He's a carjacker.
On that. Hopefully, he's not going to try to jump out and try to take somebody else's vehicle. But again, we're underneath that.
What's he doing? He's under it.
See what's going on, but unusual.
Where is he?
For sure, but this is
Going in reverse.
something- It's like look at the amount of time we're spending here. LAPD, the helicopter's got to be calling this out. I'm going to stay a little bit wider as he's making his way. There's the LAPD helicopter. Just LAPD up there they come. There they come. They're getting.
All right, here they come.
In the area, but they're on. I believe that's
The
going to be on
other side.
Corbin.
Here comes the Armada. There's like 5 of
This is gonna be
them
one of those
rolling
ones
up.
where it's going to look like they don't know what they're doing.
Is this
But
it?
there's that- the van doesn't
He's just
know that.
creeping around though. And now we saw the cops pulling through the gas station. We have Chase's back on. They tried to sneak up on him. Oh, that would have been a great spot for spike strips.
You can see all these cars out here. This is a very busy part of town. We're going to go right by the.
Now we're back. He thought about it.
And there it goes, right through
Tracking mode gets him to potentially dump the car. Thought he got away. Now he doesn't feel like he's gotten away, and you're not ever going to get him to dump it.
Be matching those speeds, especially out here.
If you're going to do the whole wounded duck play, you better get him when you have the chance. Element of surprise.
For a moment, I was even thinking, like, is he going to stop and fill up? That would have been interesting. It's been quite a morning with the earlier pursuit we covered today, and now this.
This is
And
this is different than the chase
same
before,
area,
people.
the
If
same
those of you keep
vicinity.
asking.
Well, definitely, we're definitely in the valley. There's no doubt about that. And started basically out here in the Winnetka area, so we are kind of close by. These speeds, though, this is nothing like the earlier pursuit.
Earlier pursuit was a
Very slow.
warm-up.
This
It was
guy's
JV compared to this
miles
one.
an hour on
98
And, you know, a lot of folks might
on Corbin in Reseda, up in the valley, intersection, just going through it like a fucking bullet.
have those kind of speeds, and I am very concerned that this is going to end poorly. That driver's got the window down, and you can actually see some agitation right there. And every time he starts passing all those slowed and stopped vehicles at every stoplight, I don't want crash. I don't want to see anybody get injured. Making a hard turn, hard on the brakes, and then he's going to get
Oh, God.
squeezed.
Squeezing the lanes with the big Dodge Charger.
Spike strip.
Ah! Spike strips out of nowhere!
Spike strips. I don't know if that,
They get him?
that officer.
Where did he come from?
Spike strips.
Haunted house cops are still in Reseda.
Under it, but still, at least there was that opportunity. And
Did he get him? If anything, it was the front left.
That suspect could have easily swerved and crashed into him, but actually he threw those spike strips. We're going to keep an eye on that truck.
Yeah, this is a viewer discretion advised chase right here.
Maybe we'll see something. A flat tire would definitely bring this thing to an end, and I believe
Wait a minute.
we did it.
Yeah.
We did it.
He hit the front left.
Look at that.
Wow.
So we got 2 flat tires right now on the Caravan.
Wow, what a connection by the haunted house.
Not bring it to an end. This actually might have made this more dangerous.
Front left, back left, both going down. Connection on the spike strip, still 65 miles an hour.
I am worried. I am beyond.
Stu, your energy is contagious.
Common sense to basically just kind of pull this over or find a way to where just get out. and
Stu
try to-
needs to be brought down. He's making us all crazy.
Tires on a Caravan. I'm not thinking it is just a bunch of bad. It is just a bunch of bad, and I just hope this ends well.
I'm
my goodness.
shocked that
Front left is completely off the rim right now.
He just hit the car. He didn't go underneath it, but was that the first time spike strips were attempted?
What a spike strip there.
We know that was the first time.
In the middle of the intersection with this guy out of control. It's where we got dust picking up in the front left. They're going to be throwing smoke here in a second. We are grinding on the asphalt.
Down, but you know we went from 80 to 55.
It did slow it down, but it's going to make it more reckless. We know that you cannot brake without rubber. There, you are not stopping if there's a car in the way. There is no braking when your front left is gone. The rubber, all the friction.
That look starting to slow down. And
Just have to naturally. He stopped. Doors open. His pants are down. We're running. We're jogging. Light jog. Out for a light jog.
I think he's going to outrun any kind of vehicle, making a run there, making it going into.
Now what?
It's a gas station. I hope
Another gas station.
Try to take somebody's car.
He's a known carjacker.
Get that awning right there. We're going to stay a little bit wider. Not that I'm not trying to see him, but if he tries to steal somebody's car, I want to see that vehicle make their way.
Cops rolling in up on him.
Yeah, we don't know
Wow.
what's going on now.
It's got to be it, right?
I don't think so. I think he's still underneath the. I didn't see him come out of the awning.
He didn't.
Where did he go?
I didn't see him come out either. LAPD is in the area.
They're underneath there, are they not?
Uh-oh.
What?
Uh-oh.
No.
What?
No way.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's what I was talking about.
He carjacked the white Dodge Charger!
Talking about. And there he goes. And in a BMW.
How did he do that with the cops with them right underneath?
Plus or a minus, but this is not good at.
There were cops right there. They were right there. They were creating a perimeter. Had they not see him get into that white Dodge Charger?
The LAPD has it right there. You've got another black and white joining that pursuit. And now we're going southbound on Tampa. Araxia, have we ever seen something that.
I believe that. I saw that he ran. Wait a minute. Is there?
We're 100% sure it's him.
I know. I'm trying to look.
No, the helicopter's going after it, so it better be.
These are so tinted. It's difficult. When he ran towards that gas station,
How did he get the... If the car was filling up, the keys are not in the ignition. How the fuck did he get the... Did he carjack him right in front of a cop? There's no cars that are on. Unless the car was outside like the Quickie Mart or something.
Do it again, and sure enough, he did it again with this BMW I am just hoping no one is in that vehicle.
Wow,
I'm
carjack.
sure if somebody's inside that vehicle, they're going to be putting up a fight. I know I definitely would, or at least I'd be trying to figure out something right there. But oh my gosh, look at this. We're getting back up into those high speeds on Tampa. Now we're going southbound, heading towards Rinaldi, and using the and look at those speeds, almost touching triple digits. This was one of the reasons why I was worried when I saw it was a BMW. We just went from a van to a BMW, and this driver definitely always pushing those vehicles to the limit. Hard on the brakes, and
Oh, God, through an intersection. We made a hard right turn around the parked cars. Out of lane number 3.
on right there. Center divider and this vehicle.
Yeah, certainly add a star to this one. We're up to 4 stars here, folks. Carjacked, successful, twice, once on stream. High rates of speed.
But you know what? I'm from now on in.
Spike strips. At least this Dodge Charger is a lot easier to pit, but we're up to 90 miles an hour.
I am covering these pursuits and doing the job I do. I am so careful with that stuff like that. That key is with me at all times. I do not mess around. And this is an example of that, you know, the people had absolutely no idea that this was going on and going about their daily lives, and here you go. I am just thinking also the fact that, well, this was a gas station, and this BMW likely perhaps has a full tank now too.
Yeah.
Well, you at the gas station again. I ask, is there just a car on in the parking lot? How else did this guy get in there? Then leave the keys in the cup holder or some shit?
I mean, it could have been, you know, there could have been something else going on. There might have been the driver of that car might have just been yelling like, "Hey, what are you doing? That's my car." But at any rate, we saw that carjacking happen. LAPD are in pursuit. This vehicle now.
Still 90 miles an hour. It makes 90 miles an hour look so slow with this angle, but that is so fucking fast through an intersection.
But again, that was one of those ones where, you know.
Look at the speed compared to the other cars on the road.
Lucky. LAPD has 2 helicopters on this right now. Believe me, they want
Hyundai Spot.
in custody. I want to see this guy in custody. This is just beyond.
I don't know if there could be a hostage. You're right. There could be a hostage in the car too. 100 and plus miles an hour on Winnetka Boulevard. Ah!
And then making that hard turn right there. And now we're on Parthenia. And but we're moving to the west, so we're heading out towards the west.
How is he not wrecked?
My goodness. What an afternoon. And these people that are on the ground down there just driving about, doing their business, hot. And you got this lunatic driving by you, 100 miles an hour. This is uncalled for and definitely beyond dangerous.
Tell them, Stu. Okay, at least we're calming down into this intersection.
For the most part on surface streets, that's kind of where he's sticking.
Right now he is. We did see him on the freeway for
Briefly,
a little bit.
yeah.
Before we went live, this is one of those ones where that BMW, at least he's got a little bit of performance. But even that car, I mean, I'm not putting anybody down, but it's one of these ones. I mean, if you're hard on the gas, hard on the brake, hard on the gas, that car is going to start taking a beating. Those brakes.
Right, but he just carjacked it like a minute ago. There's no way the brake rotors are lighting up yet.
Even though we haven't seen anything yet, I can tell you this guy is just running on luck and adrenaline. And one of the two is going to run out, and hopefully this doesn't happen. Continuing to weave around, center divider, high speeds, and we're staying on Mason right now. And I believe.
Oh, God, really picking it up. Back to 100.
We're out of the over towards the Woodland Hills area, but it was a very busy intersection right there, and just in a little bit more residential. And you know, I see those cars blocking them in, and I'm actually kind of happy.
Oh, God, oh, God, oh, God.
Yeah, and what do you do?
You know, with the fact that he just got away for now, at least for now, with this second carjacking.
That's an LA. Is that
Oh, God, I can't see around that bus. Thank God it was a green light.
them right there?
I was just thinking
that's an
the
LAPD
fact
unit.
that he got away for now again, because this is limited, with this jacking, it emboldens someone like this person who doesn't care, obviously, and at this point really, really has nothing to lose, and they're just going to go all in, which just makes it so dangerous for everyone else on the road.
Definitely so dangerous on everybody on the road. And almost hit that Tesla.
Oh!
You know, and this is the thing right now. They have one.
God, he's passing him like we're at Martinsville. Ah!
And the helicopter, the LAPD helicopter, lost sight of it. So hopefully they're. I know Dylan is trying to work with them, and they're regain the location for the LAPD. But I'm sure that there's communication going on. Somebody from LAPD is watching our picture right now and getting some information and passing it along. Very, very high speeds. They had that one Explorer, all-white Explorer from LAPD that was trying to keep up. And this is the thing, too. You know, that officer is not going to put people's lives in danger. And this 100 miles an hour on these surface streets, I'm sure the officer's going to do what he can, but there's going to be a limit where he's just going to say, I'm not going to be the one responsible for somebody's passing or injury, so I'm going to back down. But right now, this car is still continuing to move along, extremely high speeds, and again, beyond...
God damn. Oh, as we swerve.
A lot of close calls. I'm sure some of those people don't even know how close they came to being involved in a very bad accident this afternoon.
Yeah, this is just unbelievable and terrible, and it just keeps going and going. At this point, you know, we haven't seen what's going on down below as far as the attempting a spike strip, successful with that first vehicle. But we don't know, you know, at this, there it is, where we're going to see it on your right. There you see how fast that happened. On your right, you saw how they were able to get those spike strips in motion, and that vehicle lost both of its the front tire and the back tire, and then that led that carjacking suspect to ditch that car and go to the gas station, basically ran in, took advantage of the fact that there was a vehicle. There he is running in. We started worrying, thinking, oh no, someone else might get carjacked. Sure enough, that's exactly what happened.
Okay, so it wasn't that white Dodge Charger. I would love to know the one that he picked. Where was it? Was it?
That's the car, Stu. You can't see, but I believe someone was walking away from.
If it's getting fueled up, it's not on.
Yeah. He turns around. Yeah, he turns around and he's confused. And
Okay, the cops are right there behind him. How did he get in a car and go without them seeing? Where is he right now?
BMW come out of there.
There's a cop under the damn awning right now.
Left-hand side, you're seeing what's happening live right now. The reckless driving, the weaving in and out of traffic, going the wrong direction. But this is how it all played out.
The cop is still under there this entire time.
He took off with that one vehicle.
Did he just not know he was in there? Looking for the keys. He was hiding in the white Dodge Charger, found the keys in the little cubby, found the keys in the ignition or on the opposite seat as the driver was like in the bodega getting something to drink.
Continuing on, making that westbound turn. Now we're on Irwin. This is another smaller street. Shoop out here. That was just going to say, doesn't it? It does right there. Making that hard turn on to Shoop. We're heading out towards, I'm almost wondering, because you did mention the word Ventura as the city where this all started, or in the Ventura County area. You know, we're not kind of going directly at many opportunities probably to get on the 118, but we are kind of weaving our way over towards the 101. Perhaps this is going to get on the 101 and Ventura is going to be our destination. Right now,
we're going on the highway again?
Where we are, high speeds is what's going on. That vehicle continues to move along, and it also another thing.
Who's talking about the make of the car in the chat?
And you know there's slower traffic. You know that people might be coming out of an intersection.
Yeah.
You take a look.
Clark J123 says it's a BMW. You don't know cars, bro. Sorry.
And you think it's clear. You pull out into the roadway, and that could be the problem. Slowing down here. Looks like we're making another turn, another gas station. I hope it's another.
Oh God, here we go again into a gas station.
Because there's a lot of traffic out here, and that vehicle now stopping.
Here we go again. This is his move.
Just wait here. Just wait here. Just wait here.
Yes.
I'm gonna stay a little.
Why
bit
can't we
longer,
see?
But this is one of those ones where, is that him?
What is he doing?
That's him.
That's
That's
him.
him.
He's looking for another one.
Yeah, he's looking to see if there's a car running. And
He's looking for a running car.
And this is so predatorial. This is scary to see.
I wonder why he pulled in here, because
He's prowling for one. But everyone's filling out their cars aren't on. Where are the police?
Yep. Yeah, it's not him. We're keeping an eye on it. We're just staying. I think he went back into that BMW. Just kind of keeping an eye on what's going on right there. Don't want to really move.
Oh my God.
This is a Chevron. This is a Chevron.
These people have no idea.
Shoop and Clarendon. This is a Clarendon. There we go. LAPD pulling in.
Thank God. Here we go.
Behind him that whole time. It was a California Highway Patrol.
It's CHP though. It's not LAPD.
There you go. The pursuit is going to be back on.
He's all right. Now he's back in the car. He saw him coming. This is a professional. Box him in.
Is going to try to lock this guy down.
Oh, the cop almost wrecked.
Here it comes. Here it comes. Here it comes.
Box him in. Box him in. Box him in. Pin him.
The sidewalk.
Oh, pin him on the sidewalk. What?
Oh my goodness.
He missed. He could have pinned him into the telephone pole.
California Highway Patrol getting behind him again, taking one of those little side streets here. Oh, come on, come on, come on. This is actually an alleyway, and this brings you out, and there's construction workers. And this brings us out over to the 101, I think. Okay, back out onto Ventura.
Oh, through a construction site. Those type of roads will mess up the high-profile Dodge Charger tires for sure.
Switch and throw the set for the officers, but there are so many eyes on him right now. All our Fox viewers, I'm sure they are watching, and maybe anybody on the internet as well. I don't want to say it like that, but I don't think this guy to get away, but I just hope it doesn't end in somebody being hurt, and that includes that driver. Right now, though, this is road construction out here on Ventura Boulevard, out in the Woodland Hills area, but that vehicle is still continuing about 60 miles. And I think the LAPD helicopter back overhead. I'm going to try to clear that.
What was the purpose of stealing another car? He just got in this one. Is this dude addicted to stealing cars? He has a brand new, high-profile white Dodge Charger that he just carjacked. Did he think dumping it, they wouldn't recognize that he stole another one? Because they saw him steal this one, he thought he could get another gas station.
Oh my God.
Here he goes again.
I don't see any cars there.
He's-
No, he just went
This looks like the same one as last time.
Oh.
Ah! The CHP tried to T-bone him. This CHP officer is chasing him down.
I'm staying a little wider. He's trying to make a U-turn. I'm wondering if it damaged his steering because
He's hunting him.
when he had that wheel turn.
Well, now he definitely knows he's being chased and recognized.
Vehicle, and now continuing on even higher.
It's nuts.
Back onto that.
Yeah, this one could also be out of gas. That's why he was at the gas station. This white Dodge Charger could be out of gas as we're in a construction zone. LAPD, black, blue, and reds are on the surface now in pursuit. In addition to the CHP, who just tried to T-bone him on the sidewalk and coming out of the gas station.
I was also thinking when he pulled into that gas station where it looked like he was going to make a switch, perhaps now we know the answer that there was no one else in the, because that individual or individuals would have taken that opportunity to get out. So at least that's good news. There is no one in
Another
there.
gas station.
Another gas station.
This guy in his gas stations, man. He keeps going to the same ones over and over again.
Is this the same one that? Oh, this is yes.
It's the same one. It has the cones.
Okay,
this is
no, this is a
Clarendon.
narco. It's a narco. It's
There's people scrambling.
This is a different one.
Yeah.
Wait, we got a van tearing out of there.
Wait, he stole a van.
He did the swap.
Ah!
No. He did.
How?
This is
Unbelievable.
Oh, look at the gas. The gas can is open. The gas, he was getting gas. He probably pulled it, opened the door, and for some reason just got in this Dodge Charger and took off.
There's no doubt about it. Using those center lanes, picking up those high.
Here we go, back to 70 plus miles an hour. This fiend, this absolute carjacking fiend. It's like his kink. For no reason, he gets in a worse car. That was so risky because CHP and LAPD were seconds away and he had to find a car that was running in a gas station. That's how fast it happens, people. If you learn anything from this one chase, do not leave your keys in your car at the gas station.
So you went to a full-size Chevy van. So, this is the thing. It's like these are all very different types of vehicles. This is a very different type of driving for that vehicle. There you go. That officer from LAPD did get the rope-a-dope, and they are now right behind him once again.
God damn.
So this van's starting to move, and again, a lot of traffic, and he's making his
Yes,
way into
this.
more
If we're gonna name this chase, someone in the chat already named it the White Whale.
are gonna be getting
The
on
white whale chase. Every car that he has carjacked has been white. And now we're getting on the damn freeway, and now we're really getting into chase territory. 101 southbound headed back towards downtown LA, Topanga Canyon.
The vehicle, lock your doors. Although if you have a keyless starter,
Do not leave the keys in your car ever again. See, you learn something new every time you watch one of these streets.
Wow, this is just. It's just. I don't even have the words for it because I don't think we've ever seen something like this.
You can see the gas cap
Yeah,
and
it's
the
still
door open.
Gas cap is still open.
So much traffic. Wanted to just get a better look at it.
This lagging is driving me nuts.
Look at all that traffic. You just saw those driver
Rangers, please stop responding to these people.
It's gonna be really busy, and it looks like
Make them read.
now too, and he's going to be getting back off the freeway. Looks like it's going to be the DeSoto off ramp. And again,
Now we're getting off here.
miles an hour on the off ramp. If there is a plus, maybe that van not going to
No.
have that acceleration.
White Whale
Not gonna have
is
that
the name of it.
But that driver keeping his foot in it, now up onto the sidewalk.
Sidewalk, off-roading.
Over there, making his way onto DeSoto and cutting across traffic. There you go, California Highway Patrol.
Oh, CXP's on there waiting for him under the underpass.
Bridge, little bit of a fishtail. And
He's going back. He wants northbound. Get away from downtown. Now we're getting back on northbound.
Yeah, he's back on. For a second there, I thought he was exiting to go to another gas station.
This guy loves gas stations.
wouldn't have shocked us, huh? I mean,
Right.
that seems to be his MO. There's a lot of lessons to be learned, and one of them is definitely do not keep your vehicle running or the keys in it when you're getting fuel. Believe me, I am not doing that ever again. Look at that. Okay, there you go. LAPD helicopter in the shot right there. Always makes a nice picture. But right now he's trying to hug in that right lane, and now right behind that other vehicle. I'm just-
Woo, look at that tailgate. What is he trying to draft?
Especially on the freeway.
This is not Talladega.
Losing control. But again, this is the second one that we've actually witnessed. Third carjacking.
He got in the dirty air draft there.
Continuing to move along. We're westbound or northbound on the
I think this guy's just addicted to being chased by the cops. He was at it before.
Yeah, I know. And we're watching this.
Third carjack of the stream thus far. Three carjacks in.
There are a lot of people out on the roads, and again, most of these people have no idea what's happening. So that's always the danger.
Yeah, there was no notifications because it was, I used, the Twitch only sends them every 4 hours. If you send anything in those 4 hours since your last one, it doesn't go out.
The guy didn't have time to put the cap on, or it's about to run out of gas.
It's needing. It's
Yeah,
going to need some
it's
fuel.
one extreme
but you
or the
just
other.
don't know. Yeah, you just don't know. I mean, my parents, when they were driving, half a tank meant empty to them. With me, I'm waiting for, I'm always doing that. Oh, do I got my AAA card? Because I'm always running on empty.
So
but
am
just
I.
don't know this person's. Yeah, you just don't know this person's driving habits. That the owner of the van, that this guy, the guy driving that van, we know his driving habits. We've been watching it. 100 miles an hour on surface streets, cutting in and out. Many a close call, and it looks like thinking about
Once off. Oh, they saw. There's a curb right there. When you see an exit ramp and it starts to split, there's only so much actual pavement before it's either a bunch of barrels, a giant curb, a sign, and I felt I'm like, at some point it's got to turn into something, and it was a curb very quickly there.
This started in the Ventura area. That vehicle was stolen out of Ventura, so maybe we're going back to Ventura.
Just trying to figure out what was the purpose of this third carjacking. Did he really think that was going to throw the police off? What was the point of
Yeah.
that?
Who knows?
I know. This
really,
is just
truly.
us speculating, but
Yeah, you just don't know with any of these suspects. I get those questions too a lot when I talk to friends and family, and people that watch Fox, and they were just curious. They ask me all the time. It's like
5-star
what
is
that guy thinking?
5-star is a special
I don't
class
know.
reserved
I
for
don't know.
Bearcats.
I'm not a psychologist, and
6-star
if we
is
have,
tanks.
maybe just to talk to, but I'm sure that
4 is
psychologist won't know either.
pretty as much as high as we go unless they start bringing in SWAT, which this is starting to get near.
He's going to be able to do it, or just enjoying his last few moments of not being in custody. But right now, we're going 90 miles an hour, 101 freeway, and you can watch it right there. We're coming up in this area.
Yeah, we've had
lot
a
of
couple
waving
6-stars.
in and out, and he seems to really like
might
that
be-
right shoulder.
might be thinking
So
of an
maybe
exit. Doesn't
thinking
seem
of
like
an
it.
exit.
Maybe change the
Yeah.
mind.
but eye on it. And again, you know, this is the deal: 100 miles an hour, full-size Chevy van, work van. If this vehicle taps or bumps into somebody, it's not going to go well. And I can also see that that vehicle, you know, it is not a BMW. Oh, look at that.
Ah!
No.
Just ran that little Mini Cooper off the road for no reason.
Too, that little blue.
Did not like being behind there.
Lose control, but definitely is going to have some damage. So we did.
Oh, my God.
Version out there that's going to be on the 101 near Las Virgenes, and now with that little blue Mini Cooper convertible. So that person
Just driving along, got ran off the road there. Lucky to still be going straight.
California Highway Patrol might be behind him still, even at these high speeds. To be in the general area, LAPD definitely over above. I won't lose the car or the van as it would be, but just kind of getting a.
God, he can't even look away for a second because when he starts driving normally, he just swerves to create mayhem. He's like Mayhem from the Allstate commercial.
I'm going to step away. Marla is coming in now to relieve me, but I'm going to fill her in on what's happening so she's caught up, and we can give our audience a chance to catch up too if they're just joining us. So basically, Marla, this was a carjacking.
God, what a chase. 3 carjackings in thus far. NASCAR driving on the freeways. We're 101 northbound. We've had some wounded duck. We had a hero CHP officer come out of nowhere on the side streets and try and pin him into a telephone pole out of his jurisdiction. We've had spike strips, a haunted house spike strip. We've had a the Ejectocito.
He
Parks starts looking for cars in a.
He's going to run into that gas station because that car was pointless at that point.
This guy needs to be off the road.
Both of the tires had gone out. Look, he's going to take that BMW, that white BMW in the back. The person who owns that car had stepped away. See the person who had stepped away? They kind of turn around. They look to see what's going on.
Oh, yeah.
So he's jumping in. Law enforcement pulls in a number of black and whites, but they're late. He's already in the car, and you're going to see him in a moment take off. By the way, you're looking live on the left side of your screen. On the right side, we're showing you what led to this very moment where we are.
No,
right now.
Paul Walker Challenge is switching cars, not carjacking.
BMW on the right side of your screen. He takes off.
How long was
Gets
the
into that white Dodge Charger. Should have stayed in this one, but probably didn't have any gas
Like that.
Something, yeah, 20 minutes or so. It made really
because he hasn't carjacked a car in the last 10 minutes.
Up in Woodland Hills, and that's where he did that swap, right?
Right, so he swapped.
At
So
the
now
Arco.
he's in the BMW. No one else was in this vehicle. Then, in the drive, he comes to this gas station. Okay, now he's at this other gas station, and now you're not going to see him do this.
No,
but he
and Mar,
swaps
that's a
again.
Dodge Charger.
He carjacks the van.
currently
The
in?
van he's currently in. So this is vehicle number 3.
Fox driving me
Carjacked.
nuts with
Vehicle number
these
3.
nuts with these
He's
fucking
taking off,
glitches.
and that's where we are now. Jumped on the freeway, and so we have 3
The things we do for Stu Mundell.
vehicles that this suspect stole. And the pursuit is on. He's driving recklessly, weaving in and out of traffic, as you can see.
You know who's a noob in the chat if they're like, that's not a Dodge Charger. And they keep asking, is this live? Is this live? What do you fucking think?
Has nothing to lose at this point, so that makes it all the more dangerous. So this is where we are. And,
Read.
We'll see what happens next.
Okay, Araxia, well, thank you. I
Thank
know
you, Stu.
you've had a long
Thanks,
day.
Stu.
I will pick it up from here. Marlette is here relieving Araxia as we're looking live at this wild pursuit, I will say, of the day. I know Stu and crew, you were
barely halfway through the damn day.
lasted hours involving a cement truck. That was today, if you can believe it. And here we are all these hours
Might be
later.
getting off
Again,
here.
The clock is just about to strike 2. And we have a second wild pursuit, as Roxy just outlined for me. This is the third carjacked vehicle. This one here is a white van. This is now in the San Fernando Valley. Stu, go ahead. Give me your thoughts.
We're in the Agora Hills area, we're actually right now, and you got Ventura, California Highway Patrol. Just got off the 101 freeway. Reyes Adobe. He got off, and then he's now you can see him making his way back over, and it looks back onto the freeway. California Highway Patrol right behind him. Now,
Right on his tail, but really hard into it. That CHP officer almost drove into a tree, went way too hot into turn number 1.
And they all have procedures that they have to follow, but it's
Still 101 northbound, off and on.
A couple of them in the past, and
I haven't seen any gas stations nearby, no.
Out in Ventura area, they're a little bit more aggressive, and they do not appreciate suspects speeding and pursuing.
What a chase. White whale chase. White whale chase is the official name of this one right now. 3 carjackings in. 45 minutes and counting so far. 100 plus miles an hour on side streets. Now up to 120 on the 101 in a giant XL version of the Dodge Charger. 2009 version.
mile-an-hour mark, just into those triple digits, moving very, very quickly. Don't know what's inside that van, but I would venture to say it cannot be that heavy. It's a very light vehicle in the rear. We have seen it fishtail a couple of times, so that driver clearly, right now we haven't seen any problems, but this would be a good vehicle for a pit maneuver if they slow down. There's no way they're going to do it at any kind of 100 miles an hour, but if these get an opportunity, from California Highway Patrol, I would put money on it that they will try to make that pit maneuver. Right now, though, going about 100 miles an hour, California Highway Patrol, they're the ones on the ground behind it. In the air, I believe that we still have the LAPD with
CHP right on his fucking ass.
So that's great.
As soon as he sees the CHP, he starts swerving.
Where it is and where it's going. But right now, you've got 2 California Highway Patrol officers. You got that Polar Bear. That's that all-white one. And then you've got the Standard right there. And then, of course,
CHP has all-white cruisers now?
Like I said, on the freeways,
Stu called it a Polar Bear.
Keep up with that vehicle the best they keep it safe. But I'm telling you, if the opportunity arises on an off-ramp or some kind of surface street, they might make that move, and we're going to hopefully see a good pit maneuver. Right now, traffic's starting to get a little tight, and that always worries me, especially because we've seen them already clip one vehicle today. That was that little Mini Cooper, I think, right before you got on the studio.
That.
Yeah,
I saw
feel
that
bad
Mini
for that
Cooper
driver.
get sideswiped or get clipped. Fortunately,
Yeah.
not too much damage, but nonetheless, I mean, it's just, you can't even imagine what that must be like as you're cruising along at the speed limit on a Wednesday afternoon, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you get clipped by a pursuit suspect. So this is the Thousand Oaks area, US 101 North. The exit they just passed was Ventura. Speeds upwards of getting close to 100 miles an hour. We've seen it beyond
Yedge
thus far.
Cog.
Extremely
Yedge Co Geico. I don't
erratic
know what that
driving
means,
by
but
this suspect.
welcome
We
in,
can
my
tell you
friend.
that
Welcome
it
back.
is one male suspect. We've seen this person
Underground
because
as well,
they literally
7
got out of
months
their
and
vehicle
counting.
to
Appreciate you
carjack
subscribing
another
to
vehicle. This is the third
the stream.
vehicle that this
You know, an
person has
ad's going to
carjacked.
drop
It is
right
man
when
down on the
this
shoulder there.
gets
Stu,
resolved.
There's
one way to prevent that. You know the drill by now.
Connect
Connect your Prime account.
And potentially, strong mental health issues.
You've been warned.
Whatever the case may be, they also always treat these suspects as if they're armed.
Nothing makes me happier than seeing people
Well, they
complain
always
about
have that
ads.
This person may be armed, and the fact that he's taken a couple of other vehicles might indicate that maybe he has something more than harsh language or luck.
Yeah, the original want was for carjacking, and we've now seen multiple carjackings, and I think this is the chase that ran an officer off the road coming through Laurel Canyon.
With those fishtailing, and that rear end swerving back and forth. A lot of the suspects decide
I'm
to
hot
get
from
off
tennis. I'm
that
sweaty. I'm
freeway.
ready for the pool.
Just go a little bit wider. I wanna
Getting
see-
off exit 44 as we hit traffic here on the northbound side of the 101. We should be headed towards western side of the valley at this point, I'd imagine.
Needs to get up behind him and then maybe be able to do that pit maneuver behind the there, and it looks like we're just getting off to get back on.
Oh, no.
And what is
Whoa!
now? No.
What do you make it?
No.
What do you get? Get his scam?
Get boxed in.
And they're just boxing him in. Oh, the CHP Polar Bear came and boxed him in. Oh, and a T-bone.
California Highway Patrol, Ventura, they do not.
Oh, he didn't slow down at all. He put the cage.
They're really showing it to us again. Right
Put the cage right into the side.
This is, somebody might say, oh, that was it's
No, that's to hook him.
I was doing. You saw those carjackings. We hope, thank goodness, there wasn't anybody in any of those other cars. But right now, that
Bam!
stuck-ish.
What a maneuver. First they box him in, then they send 505 in to grappling hook him by just spearing him. He's speared. Get over here.
Hands are up. It looks like finally he will surrender. So this is the Moore Park Road exit in.
Hands are finally out of the window. What an ending for now.
From
Polar Bear.
Ventura Police and also CHP. Ventura Police are involved, right? Or the Sheriff's
No,
Department.
this is just going to be the California.
What an ending.
California Highway Patrol.
Oh, he's out.
Ventura the vision of them, and you can see it right
Not
now.
running now.
Officers, they got this guy down
Onto the steaming hot pavement.
But right now, you know what?
You better hope there's not a car whipping around the corner going on the 101.
Anyways, he is on the ground. He is
It'll be a guillotine.
applying. Officers
How do we know there's not a car coming?
outdoors. And again, what an
How would a car know
But that's
that someone's got their face down in the pavement?
This could have continued, and it could have ended tragically.
Oh, here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
A couple of vehicles and
7 plus the polar bear.
capturing somebody that was involved in a crash, injuring an officer, possibly injuring an officer that we heard earlier on. But right now, that suspect in custody.
Wow, what a chase. Oh, I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
Ventura County.
Now officially in handcuffs by CHP officers down below. Again, we do want to applaud those CHP officers for taking these
What an
measures
ending.
to finally bring this to an end. Extremely dangerous pursuit involving, you see the young man down there.
What did I tell you? If you're not subscribed, the ad always finds a way to come in right when the chase ends. I don't want to hear it in the chat.
Carjackings.
You were warned. 3 carjackings later.
Sorry for those involved and whose
3 carjackings later.
damaged as a result of his erratic driving.
Gets boxed in. First, you know what the problem was? He tried to hang a Yui and come back down the on-ramp. That opens you up. The moment you do that at slow speeds, you're wearing a sign around your neck that says, pit me. He gets pit from behind. Then he gets pinned in from the front by the polar bear. Then the CHP comes from behind. And then we have an LAPD, the 505, comes straight through the side of that Dodge Charger to pin him in.
But he lost those officers, and then they found that vehicle. Really were looking for him. But in the end, California Highway Patrol doing what needed to be done to a stop, and that suspect now in. You can see him right there, little unhappy about what his situation.
Wow.
I'm happy the public is safe and that this is over finally.
All right.
With no major injuries.
Yeah.
Crazy. 4s in the chat. Drop your 4s in the chat. We earned that one.
Of how this all came to a conclusion finally. This is the Moore Park Road off-ramp, and he gets boxed in. This
Might get a replay here for those of you that missed it. We'll stand by for a second.
I know we're working to show you the how this all came to an end, but this suspect took that exit there, tried to make a U-turn.
Here it is. Here it is.
And
Boom.
To no avail. Then gets blocked in, and then that.
Boom! 505 in the side paralyzes the vehicle. Can't go in reverse. I guess he could have. But the engine's all crumpled there because the polar bear hit him from the front. 505 got him from the side. Tried to back into 690, and then they've got guns drawn on him, and then he puts his hands out the window.
Suspect finally making his way out of this stolen white van from a nearby gas station, and now that is officially in custody. So officers' guns were drawn for a short time before the suspect decided to surrender, thankfully. So the left.
All right, people.
Box that is a live
We'll
picture
be here for the rest of the day in case there's another chase. But for now, we are code 4 after one of our few named chases of 2023. The white whale chase has come to a close. 3 carjackings, multiple counties, multiple damn.
contend with.
You name it, this chase had
Who does this van belong
it. You learned something new.
Who's the other van?
Do not leave your keys in your car at the gas station.
And then we're gonna wrap this
A lot
up.
of paperwork.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot
This
of
guy's going to jail
officers.
for quite some time.
Just gotta hand it to California Highway.
On that note, for Stu Mundell, Fox 11, your boy Worldwide Wob.